Alright, so here we are, full day of eating at 4 weeks out. We're going to be going and doing some barbecuing. So we got some extra lean bison here that I'm going to make into burgers. And then I've got some grass-fed flank steak that we're going to cook up as well. And that's going to be my breakfast, the flank steak. But we have to cook it first, so that's what we're going to do. And we're going to have a lot of fun today. It'll be awesome.
Fun today. How many days of the week do you cook meat? Or like
every day.
Almost every day. Yeah, almost every day. Just because we're going through it so quickly. We get our order from JW every Wednesday. He drops it off here. And then we just cook. I like cooking stuff fresh. So first thing in the morning, usually cooking a flank. And this, I'll either just cook on the pan or today we're going to make it to burgers because it's going to be awesome to do that on the barbecue. So super simple for seasoning right now at 4 weeks out. We're just basically eliminating a lot of the variables. So I'm just using salt and pepper, and then I'm also using this real salt, Redmond real salt seasoning salt, which is really, really good. And Dorian always recommends using Redmond real salt. So that's what I have, not in here, but also, let me just grab the pack here. So that's the salt that we use right here in our salt grinder. This is just a much better salt to use. It's got a lot more trace minerals and things that are going to actually be good for your body. So that's what we're going to do. Gotta get the hands dirty.
Or for
Natasha shares everything with me, so everything that I eat, she eats.
Yeah, I eat like a quarter of it.
But she eats a quarter of it, yeah.
I eat steak for breakfast, bison
Yep.
for my dinner. The only thing I don't eat at Robin's is fish.
Yeah, and I make her meal plans, so
yeah.
I'm pretty much in control of what she eats at the moment. And we're both dieting right now, so obviously being 4 weeks out, calories are lower than they would be in the off season. Natasha is doing a mini cut right now just because we're doing an extended off season to prepare her for next season where she does her wellness debut. If you guys didn't know, I actually have been working in restaurants almost my entire life. I started working in restaurants when I was 16 years old, and so just cooking and stuff like that is always just like something that I've enjoyed to do. And particularly making burgers. I remember one of my first jobs I was making burgers. So this is just a super, super easy way to get your meat to taste good. It doesn't have to be super fancy to make burgers. You could get fancy with burgers, but I never do. I never add egg. I never add anything else besides just a little bit of seasoning to my burgers. And you guys will see just how good they turn out. Got to be a beautiful day for this. We'll let that preheat. Come check out. You can see the water from here. When we're really feeling good, like when we were going to New York Pro last year, we came up here before we left and we just like watched the sunrise. Just because it's like, why the hell not? You know, it's so beautiful. You can see the water from here. You can actually see the gym from here. Well, not actually, but that's like behind that building there.
It's over there.
There's the gym, which I have no complaints about. One time I came up here, some guy was like cooking like a couple hot dogs, and I had like my huge like meat tray, and he was like, oh man, like I'll be done quick. I'm like, take your time, buddy. Like, but like I said, because I was working in restaurants from the age of 16 up until I turned pro as a bodybuilder, which was when I was 26. So I was like, oh yeah, this is definitely what I want to do. But then after working in the industry and actually working alongside other chefs and just realizing like they weren't happy with the money they made. They worked from like 6 a.m. to like 2 a.m. and just like not really making any money, and just seeing like the chaos that ensued and the lifestyle itself. It's a completely different lifestyle, right? So when you're working in restaurants, you know, you don't really eat all day, you just work, you drink at night, you smoke, you party, and then you do it all again. And again, like you get underpaid and overworked. So I think it kind of worked out for me that I was able to have the passion that I love for bodybuilding. Now it's a career for myself. but cooking is like a big part of bodybuilding. So like all the things that I've learned and the fact that I do actually enjoy cooking has been paramount to bodybuilding as well. So, I mean, at the end of the day, if you're eating 6-7 times a day and you don't know how to cook your food properly, then you're at a huge disadvantage. So it's been really nice that I can use my chef skills, and I know Natasha really appreciates it too. I do the cooking, she does the cleaning, and we're all a big happy family. This beautiful flank steak right there. So good. I'm so happy we barbecued today. Should have come up here first and done this to get a pump first. Pre-pump. Alright.
Peel the potatoes? I didn't know you peeled the potatoes. Sorry, baby. Water. I washed them. They're washed.
I peel everything because the skin is usually what kind of like messes up your gut. If there's gonna be anything that messes up your gut with fruits, veggies, potatoes, it's gonna be the skin. What are we doing? We're gonna do some grindstone blends right here. This is my favorite flavor, but we're just sticking with the plain for right now. Today is a high carb day, and I've got the plan from Dorian. High carb day, chest day. We're gonna do 100 grams cream of rice. Beautiful, beautiful. I will take that. That meat smells really good, actually. And one thing that I love about the Grindstone Blends cream of rice is that it is basically foolproof. The only thing that you could ever have a hard time with is if it explodes out of the bowl. But the one thing that I love about the Grindstone Blends, honestly, is that you can just pop it in the microwave. You don't have to stir it or nothing. You're gonna see it's gonna come out perfect every single time. So this is the high protein pancake mix. It's gluten free. For one serving of this pancake mix, you get 24 grams of protein, which is amazing. So, you know, if you want to have a big batch of pancakes, you could easily get in 50 grams of protein and still be like doing a decent amount of carbs. 50 grams protein, 70 gram carbs, 20 grams fat. I mean, that would be a pretty good meal. A lot of my clients eat this as a meal. They love it. So you guys can use code STRONG to save. And can I give these to Laura?
Yeah, of course.
Try them out.
Thank you.
Alright, so that just came right out of the microwave just like that. And like I said, the texture is on point. And you know it's good stuff when you put it on the scale and it says 333. So that's literally the texture that it comes out. I haven't stirred it yet. This is the first time I'm stirring it. I just love that texture. It's really, really nice. Boom, boom, boom. So all my health supplements, the BPC 157, this has been absolutely integral to my gut health. So I take 1 cap in the morning, 1 cap at night. Liver HD, kidney HD, Vita HD, betaine, and curcumin. Staples, everyday staples. Look, I overcooked it. But we were talking. No, this is good. This is a medium though.
Yeah,
Usually I go for medium rare. Yes, I'm gonna make your breakfast. What? Just tell me what to do.
Just 100 grams steak. And like, do you eat lettuce and tomatoes with yours or no?
Just tomato. Okay. This stuff, she's obsessed with the shredded lettuce. Shredded lettuce from Walmart. It's actually really good. For some reason, it always seems to make your food taste like McDonald's. Yeah, I know.
Maybe Layla will have a piece of steak and then she'll be in a better mood.
Yeah, probably.
Why are you shaking? So Laura, silly goose. Okay, I'll give you a piece of steak and see if she likes that.
All good. 1, 2, 3. A little bit for you.
She's like,
Nope.
she's like, oh, Laura's watching me eat. No, here, sit. Good girl. See? Oh, the blood's dripping everywhere. Not the blood, the juice. You like our new plant?
I love it.
She literally spat out like the steak. When she saw, when Laura came over with the camera, she spat at the steak.
So we got some potatoes. Got to get some potatoes ready here. So we got to peel those bad boys. Make sure we get rid of the peel so that we're not dealing with any of the pesticides that may be on the skin, potential lectins or things that can disrupt your gut. So a lot of people will think, yes, even though there is potentially more nutritional value in the skin, just I would recommend taking off the skin. There's still a lot of nutrition in the actual potato itself. And it's going to be less likely to give you any gut problems, bloating, gas, stuff like that usually comes from the skin. Glutamine will be the water. Definitely a huge fan of that stuff. I find it so funny that the all of the HD bottles get yellow like this. And so I was asking people why this happens, and I'm pretty sure it's because of the curcumin that's in the products. Because curcumin is like that like deep bright orange. So like right here, you take a curcumin pill, right? And now like it's orange, and now my hand is yellow. So I guess if you need to do some tie-dye, you could use curcumin. So we're going to turn the light on. This is how I normally work. I would normally work without the light on because I feel like the light is a little bit overstimulating. But I do have these lights here. I have a happy light and I have a desk light over here. Happy light, really, really good here. But for today, okay, got my workspace here, watching some Nick Walker. This is where I do the Canadian Beef podcast.
What's our freezer full of meat?
Freezer of meat, yes. Come to the tour. We're gonna do the tour. Freezer of meat. The library. Right here. These are the books that I used to heal from the ulcerative colitis issue that I had last prep. I am a huge advocate of the medical medium books. They are so life-changing, as it says right there. What else we got in here? We got our medals and our awards display. The one that I'm the most proud of so far, the 4th place at Toronto Pro. All the way from my very first show where I got 1st place in the UFE natural competition when I was 17 years old. And this one here, when I got my first men's bodybuilding super heavyweight title. And then this is the one that I got for winning my pro card here, the overall winner at the Toronto Pro Qualifier in 2018. And one thing that I really want to do is I want to get a neon sign, Canadian Beef Podcast neon sign that goes there. I think that'd be awesome. And then I've got my my whiteboard here where I put like a mind map. We call it like a mind map. So that's just like where I map out like my goals and stuff like that. Yeah, that's pretty much it. And then this is, I get to work here and deal with clients. So I have a client who's competing in 2 weeks and he's looking absolutely phenomenal. The show that Austin's competing at, the Sudbury Classic, I'm also going to be guest posing at. So that's going to be really exciting. I've done the guest posing at the Sudbury Classic twice now. And this will be the 3rd time doing a guest posing there. And so it's awesome to have the opportunity to guest pose. I absolutely love it. It's going to be a great warm-up for Toronto as well, so kind of give me a chance to kind of get like into my posing routine, and you have something to say.
Oh, I'm just watching. I'm all ready. So don't I look cute for work today? I'm not ready. I never get ready.
You look really good. This is my Yu-Gi-Oh card collection.
Oh my goodness, nice.
I'm a huge Yu-Gi-Oh nerd, and so this is...
At least it's only a box.
Yeah. These are actually the 2 decks that I'll actually duel people with. So
he found a place that sells Yu-Gi-Oh cards, and he'll just go and spend time just looking at cards.
Yeah, 100%.
But it's good. Like it makes him
it's a
happy.
hobby.
It makes him happy.
This is my gold rank deck right here. So if you want to duel, be prepared to be sent to the Shadow Realm. So I've been using the ProHD variant 2, which is the caffeine-free one. And I usually have to take a caffeine pill, but today we're gonna get pre-workout at the gym. Basically what I do is I try to always keep my my caffeine dose for the day under 400 milligrams. So like I was showing you, the Organo coffee has about 80 milligrams of caffeine. So if I have 250 milligrams of caffeine with my pre-workout, then we're still under that 400 milligram. And I think that's just been a lot better, like overall helping with my ability to stay in more of a parasympathetic state. Because generally at this point, as you get closer to a competition, you're going to be driving up your nervous system more and more. It gets harder to relax. You get more ADHD symptoms, and all that's just as a result of having more adrenaline pumping through your body. So that can lead to breaking down more muscle tissue. If you're not able to relax, if you're not able to sleep, if you're not able to get yourself in a parasympathetic nervous system state, then you're going to have a hard time actually holding on to a lot of your muscle mass. So it's always trying to find a balance, and one of the things that you can really lean into too much is overdoing the stimulants. So whether you're taking stimulants for your actual PEDs, or whether you're actually taking stimulants for your pre-workouts on top of coffee, on top of energy drinks, on top of whatever, it can get a little excessive. And then it's like, once you get to that point, it's hard to pull back. So that's why setting a rule before you get to the point where you're absolutely dying is important. And I feel like that's been helping my energy levels. So what we're gonna do now is make some mashed potatoes. And we're gonna do mashed potatoes with turkey for our pre-workout meal. Mashed potatoes. This is gonna be the 1 ingredient mashed potato recipe. We're gonna take boiled yellow flesh potatoes. We're gonna put them in there. We're gonna take a fork and we're gonna mash. Now, if we were in the off season, we'd probably add some almond milk to it. Like I don't use any dairy. I wouldn't add butter or regular milk, but I would definitely add some almond milk, sugar-free almond milk. And I mean, realistically, like we can add a little bit of salt to this. We can add a little bit of pepper. That's not gonna kill us. It's also not gonna really be that game-changing in terms of consistency and flavor. So, I mean, that's what we got right there. Mashed potatoes. Okay, so the only oil that I'm consuming at the moment is macadamia nut oil. I get this from House of Macadamia, Canada. It's awesome, really good stuff. The reason why I choose macadamia nut oil is because you're gonna get a lot more monounsaturated fats. It's gonna be a lot more beneficial for you than having even an extra virgin olive oil, which, to be honest with you guys, it is extremely hard to find a real extra virgin olive oil. 99.9% of the ones that you find in grocery stores are completely fake. They're either rancid or they're just not olive oil. So, you know, if you're gonna be paying for olive oil, you're probably gonna have to source it out from an actual like olive oil website that's gonna sell you legit olive oil. For me, I actually prefer macadamia nut oil, so that's why we're going with that. So we're gonna do extra lean ground turkey. And we got 7 ounces of that. Okay, so turkey, ready to go. Now we're gonna do 350 grams of the white potato. It's actually hard to get 5 grams on the dot sometimes. I just got 7 grams, but it's okay. It's not gonna be a big deal. Cool. Got the organic sauerkraut, raw unpasteurized organic sauerkraut. This is actually what I've been consuming the most of. Even more so than just regular vegetables, I'll do fermented vegetables. So I'm a big sauerkraut guy. A little bit on there. Adds a nice flavor as well. But the main benefit for having sauerkraut, especially if it's raw, organic, unpasteurized, is you're going to be getting a lot of probiotics as well. So this is, in my opinion, better than taking a probiotic supplement. And you can actually even drink the liquid as a probiotic supplement. Oh yeah, the Pittsburgh Pro's on today, the guest posing. And Cody's competing today.
And this is the only time of the year. And yeah.
Alright. Almost time for the pre-workout meal. We're gonna pack up the pre-workout meal, bring it to the gym. So we've got 100 grams of the grindstone, the plain, unflavored. And we're gonna do, with this, we're gonna do 7 ounces of whitefish and and 100 grams of kiwi. Super easy. I can just always pop my cream of rice in the microwave, let it cook, take my shower, don't have to do anything. By the time I'm done that, this will be ready, throw it in my bag, and we're out the door. And at the end of the day, like what I really learned is if you're, you know, this sounds like kind of crazy, but if you're not sure if you should consume something or not, just hold it in your hands and just feel what your body tells you, right? And I was doing that a lot going into the Toronto Pro last year because I was so confused being told this and that, and with not having a lot of time to figure out what I should be eating to get my best performance, I would just hold things and I would say like, okay, does my body want this or not? And I would feel if I'm getting pulled towards it or if I'm getting pushed away from it. And that's how I made a lot of my decisions is like, you know, okay, I'm being told to eat this, but my body's telling me I shouldn't. So I had to make that decision for myself. And, you know, when it's coming down to like 1%, 0.1% of getting that elite performance, that's the intuition, that's the gut telling you, right? So, right, so we got our 100 gram kiwi, 100 gram cream of rice. We've got some white fish, 7 ounces, with some lemon juice. We're gonna pack that up, bring it to the gym. We're gonna eat that before we train. So I'm fired up, guys. We're gonna do a big chest workout today. It's gonna be freaking awesome. And since it's a high carb day, you know it's gonna be a good pump. We're gonna do a scoop of the EAA HD unflavored, so 5 grams of EAAs. And I do the Relight, it's a mango, sweetened with stevia. This is just an electrolyte supplement. It's really good. It's got trace minerals, electrolytes. I've been using the cord headphones because you know how bad the AirPods are for you. So, cord for life. Okay, we'll see you at the gym. Pre-workout meal, CPLA spoon, CPLA fork. So this is how we do it. Fish first, dessert second. The lemon, that's what makes it. The only one I haven't tried yet. I think the peach is number 1. We're gonna see if the blue is any good. Flavor X. It smells like blue bomb pop, something like that. Legit my favorite pre-workout. Actually pretty good.
This sense of like, oh, I got this thing to hold me down. I was like, well, I got a seat, right?
Yep.
My whole body weight now is trying to like go on it or go away from it, right? So if I go away from it, and that's that, oh, I can push upwards. It's just a seat that's all anchored like that.
And we're really
Then
getting
eventually
that,
I need that.
that lower pack,
Yeah, that all of a sudden that
minor
feels like
stuff.
everybody has to get out of the way. And then it's heavy enough that you need the seat thing too, but it's like generally that seat's angled that way for a reason. Yeah, it's that sense of all this moving. Well, this has to come in underneath it. Yes, there you go. There's upper pec in this, right? There's shoulders in this. Yeah, there we go. Right, there's that reach is happening up through your shoulders, not just your arms. Yeah, there, good. Feel the shoulders separate through that? Good, one at a time. Imagine you try and hold. All we're doing again is getting that shoulder to move. There we go. Get these big guys here. Yep, that's perfect. Oh, look who got stronger here. Wow. Attaboy. Because that big internal rotation is important for all our pec stuff here. Good. Both together. 3 reps. 1. Forward. Imagine push it out. There we go. Towards the lower, towards the camera. Push it out. There we go. Nice job. Good. Now, just for shits and giggles, feel if there's a line right here. I'm going to be right in Laura's face. If there's a line here that you're pushing this way, instead of flat, imagine you're kind of coming in. There, they fall. Yeah, there's an up to them. Does that make sense to you? Versus a back. because that becomes, the lower you get, the more you're trying to create a flat. Imagine we're like here, up into here. There, feel that path now?
Yeah.
Okay, so the path of the dumbbells looks like that. So we're squeezing, yeah, there you go. Versus a flat position, it's gonna feel like that. Yep. Yeah, that little angle. See that? There you go. Yep. So it's almost like the bench thing we did over there. It's like push yourself on the bench. Push uphill. Yeah. Same thing as the pec deck thing we did. The dip. Yep. Push yourself up the bench. Yes, brother. Push yourself up the bench. Yep, 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 yep. Good. Attaboy. There you go. Woo! That was great. You feel the push up the bench feeling?
Yep.
Right? So it's not inconsistent. It's not like that's a special rule. It's like, look, you gave me an angled bench and the thing's gonna push you downhill so I could push my way up.
Feels good.
Okay? Again, that sort of shoving forward and that moving our spine. So by the time you get all the way to the top, your hips will come through. When you get up there, hold on, your hips will come through for you to stand. And your front delt, look at that. Wow. Pushed right through, yes. Drive and middle, move your middle through, major middle through, hips through. Again, that tends to leave the hips behind you. Come on, you can finish it. Drive through, hips come through. There, that's it. There's an incline pad for a decline thing, so we'd be pushing ourselves uphill this way. Yes, right? Versus getting on it, we'd be almost shoving away, right? We'd be doing this separated thing. Everybody's gonna do the pushing back part. I want you to think about pushing up. There we go. Or you want it, look, he's like, more chest. What do you want to do for more chest? If we had the fly, I'd be okay. You want to do a fly?
Yeah, let's do a fly. We just can't do the one we want to.
Now you feel like leaving them out. Okay, now bring this one further across.
Okay.
There. Okay, now bring this one out. So we just stay lengthened loaded. And this guy comes out across. There you go. Okay, that's a lot harder than it looks, right? There you go. Keep this loaded here. Bring it across. Yeah, there you go. Much better. Okay,
Yeah,
load it out. Come all the way across. There you go. Shoulder has to move, not hands. Good. Hold the load here. Coming towards me. Yeah, there. That's different. See, it's not about across anymore. By the time you get here, it's coming forward. In. There. That's better. There you go. This guy's coming. These are big handlebars. One guy's holding it while the other guy has to come across. See? It's no different. One guy has to hold, right? One guy has to hold a lengthened position while the other guy shortens and comes out around. How different is that? There you go. Woo. So we're not too far down, right? So from here, this idea that I'm pushing them forward, right? This is shoulder flexion, right? This is shoulder flexion, right? Which is pec and delt and bicep. Makes sense, right? Don't be worried about a drag curl back here. We're actually gonna just have to feel like we have to push forward. Okay, make sense? Yeah, there you go. This is a push to pull it around the corner. Got it? Yes, brother. Back, shoulder, bicep. Push the whole thing to the wall. Yep. Big pec motion there. You got it. Push. Good.
That was good.
There you go.
Yeah.
Small addition to the family.
Yep. Woo. Oh,
You figured out now?
Good pump today. Really good.
Oh, somebody's gotten better. Look at that. That's it. Gonna think about that line right up here to shoulder, to there, fold. Attaboy.
Awesome. We still gotta eat some more food. Only got 3 meals left though, so you gotta slow it down a little bit.
Attaboy. Really good work.
I'm gonna have all my meals in before 7 p.m. tonight. And I'll get a good night's sleep.
Back at the house?
That was awesome. Thank you so much, Eric, as always. The man, the myth, the level 10 hell diver. Yeah, we'll see you guys back at the house for our post-workout meal. The whey drip, the whey icing. That was a fun workout, eh?
It was good.
Yeah, really good. Good combo. Chocolate peanut butter and vanilla. Which one do you think I'm gonna prefer?
Chocolate peanut butter?
No, that's for Natasha. I'm the vanilla guy. Fish, rice, and I think for this meal, we're gonna do some of that okra. So what we'll do first is just get that microwaved. The microwave is totally fine. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 pieces of okra. That will do, and then we're gonna do, it's either 8 ounces or 9 ounces, so I'm gonna double check on that. 8 ounce. Boom. And the rice is warm, so I'm gonna heat this up first. So I've got this stuff here, which is the Day Blend from Biolabs. This is basically an injectable formula of amino acids. It's got GABA, arginine, magnesium glycate, theanine, taurine, and glutamine. And the reason why I'm using an injectable version is because when you take GABA orally, your body doesn't absorb very much of it at all. But if you take it injectable, you actually get all of it absorbed really, really well. And this is one of the best things for me to take post-workout because it helps to just fully relax the body and put your body in a state where you can, like we were talking about before, get into that parasympathetic state, relax, so you can rest and digest. So what I'll do is just do 0.3 ml. Okay, and then just right here, sub-Q, little baby shot, boom, done. Now we're ready to rest and digest. We got our okra, we got our fish, 200 grams of the wild rice.
Do you prefer that over?
I just think it's so delicious, the wild rice, and not only does it taste good, but just like with the black rice, I think there's black rice in here as well. It's got more nutrients versus a white rice, which doesn't really have any nutritional value at all. So we've got a little bit more fiber, we've got a little bit more of the antioxidant, better for the gut. I prefer this definitely over a brown rice. Like I don't hate white rice or anything like that, but for right now, it's working really well, especially because we're on a contest prep. So if I can kind of get a little bit more fiber, a little bit more nutrition, as my calories are going down, I'm gonna try to pick more high nutrient value foods. Otherwise, we're gonna end up with micronutrient deficiencies, and that can lead to problems as well. Okay, so we've got this, and we're gonna do sauerkraut on there. We're gonna do sauerkraut. We're gonna do fermented pickle. We're gonna do some lemon. Lemon. This stuff, the real salt seasoning, really, really good. 2 cranks of salt. We're gonna take our sauerkraut, put a tablespoon of that right on there. And then the good stuff. My favorite pickles. Right there. Boom. Okay. Got my pillow table. Like I would say, like I have a favorite meal, but at this point, they're all my favorite meals. Every meal is good.
Do you eat like any eggs?
No eggs.
No eggs? Is that because like of your gut? Just
It's one of the things that was on my allergy test that I did. So you guys saw I did the turkey, and I'm doing a lot of fish. because I had eggs, chicken, mustard, just like typical bodybuilding foods that were on my allergy list. So I've had to cut those out completely, which is a shame. You know, I actually love eggs and I love chicken. So it is what it is, but I just noticed that if I do eat those foods, I'll get gassy, I'll get bloated, and your gut doesn't lie. So just by cutting those things out, reducing inflammation, feeling much better, and I still get to enjoy lots of yummy foods, so I'm not mad about it at all. I love this stuff, the Nature Clean Veggie Fruit Wash. I've been getting actually a lot of questions on how I do the wash the celery, and I think this stuff is great. You should always be washing your fruits and veggies with something legit. Tomato, delicious tomato. Just a couple slices of tomato here. I really don't track veggies because I feel like they're so negligible in calories. Like you can consider, like if I went out for like a 5-minute walk, I'd probably burn the 5-6 calories that's in that tomato. But what I would do is, if I'm getting into peak week, then I'll just start to eliminate certain variables. So I'll cut down on, say, tomatoes or lettuce, stuff like that, just so I know that for sure, like everything I'm eating is tracked. But up until this point, I think getting, again, like more nutrients in your diet is good. So having some tomatoes full of lycopene, things like that, it can kind of mitigate the necessity to supplement everything. We're getting a lot of our nutrition from whole foods. Shredded lettuce, this is really just kind of for volume and for flavor. There's really probably no nutritional value in there. Maybe a little bit of fiber, maybe a little bit of water, I don't know. But tomatoes, I really enjoy tomatoes. I think they're actually really good for you. So, I mean, if you can make your food taste good and get some nutrients, then I think that's amazing. And yeah, so like, you know, if you're gonna eat half a tomato a day, I would like equate that as to do like almost like an extra couple of reps or an extra set in the gym. Like you're gonna kind of burn that off, or like I said, go for a 5-minute walk, you're gonna burn off that tomato. So I think out of everything that you're tracking, like I'll track my hot sauce, I'll track my sodium, but if I eat an extra slice of tomato, I'm not gonna worry about that.
If you were to have like a garden, what type of vegetables, like, yeah, what would you grow?
That's a good question. I'd probably do zucchinis, cucumbers, sweet potatoes, tomatoes, and some kind of hot pepper, maybe something like that. Nice. Yeah, that would be awesome. Can't wait to do that. My buddy did some hot peppers, and he gave me a jar of hot peppers, and he's like, hey, here's some hot peppers. Don't eat them. I'm like, why? He's like, oh, they're just for novelty. Like if you eat them, it'll just like burn your face off. They just had this hot pepper jar that was more for, I guess, just show than anything. I did try a little bit, like just a tiny bit. They were super, super hot. I think they were like California Reapers or something. But yeah, that would be so awesome, is just having a backyard that would have like veggies that just go outside. Okay, I'm gonna have sweet potato, cucumber. So that's the goal. That's the goal. So here we got the extra lean bison patties. We've got some tomato. And we've got some lettuce here. So this is my hamburger meal. It's just like Five Guys. The only difference is this one gets you shredded. So there it is.
This is meal number.
This would be meal 5. Nice. Yeah. So cinnamon. Cinnamon, and this is the absolute GOAT macadamia nut butter. It is my absolute favorite nut butter of all time, ever. So now we're gonna make my absolute favorite meal of the night. It's gonna be the Grindstone Blends Power Bowl, and we're gonna be topping it with some ProHD vanilla, fresh, brand new bottle of ProHD. Open that bad boy up. Give it a smash. Give it a sniff. Okay, so we're gonna do 60 grams of the unflavored cream of rice. And now actually for this one, what I do is I add a little bit extra water, and then I put this in the microwave with the power level just a little bit lower to make the whey icing. And this is always a little bit stressful because if you add a little bit too much water, no bueno. Remember, you can always add more, but you cannot add less. So it has to be the perfect ratio. And you don't want to get ahead of yourself thinking, oh, it's not going to be good, I got to add more. Just be patient, mix, and if absolutely necessary, you can just add the tiniest bit more. This requires precision. Oh! We're gonna see. So that's basically what we're looking for. We want it to be drippy and sludgy and icing-like. So we got the volume. Look at that texture. Look at that texture. Okay, let's not get carried away. That whey drip icing. Oh, same thing that I do. If you guys have seen my other recipe with the pancakes, this is what I use for the icing on the pancake or the syrup on the pancake. This is going to be the power bowl. So we've got that, and then the last thing we're going to do is we're going to top it with. Actually, what I do, almost messed that up. But what I'm going to do is take 10 grams of the macadamia nut butter, top it, and then the final touch, 1, 2, 3. Ladies and gentlemen, is my favorite meal of the day. Love that. So now we can finally relax, throw a movie on, kick back. So I've been struggling to find a good movie, but we do have always YouTube, which is my go-to, like we were talking about, watching Kitchen Nightmares. All right, guys, that's the full day of eating, contest prep, 4 weeks out from the Toronto Pro. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this day as much as I did. It was absolutely awesome. Cannot wait to get into the rest of this meal. So until next time, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. And remember, healthy people build more muscle.